there are 7 weapons left, and it should have statistically already landed on the scattergun, but you've got to be kidding me. It's not even close. It's on the knife. Welcome back, Potassium people, to another Banana Peeled review. Today we're going to be talking about the knife, and first, let me just break down how this video works. I'm going to first start out talking about how I use this weapon in the game, then I'm going to go ahead and talk about how this looks with Banana Peeled applied on it. Third, I'm going to go ahead and put this on a tier list based on how it looks with Banana Peeled, and finally, I'm going to go ahead and eat a banana. So, the knife. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how this weapon works very well. Obviously, you stab someone in the back, it insta-kills them. That's awesome. That's very cool. However, I mentioned in the past how I don't really play sniper. Well, take a guess as to what my second least played class is. That's right, the spy. Actually, I like the spy less than the sniper because the sniper has the huntsman. But the spy, everything is just so annoying unless I'm using the revolver. The reason for this is anytime anyone has an inkling of just turning around or turning their headset on so they can hear when you decloak, or even if you decloak far away and people just notice, hey, wait a minute, that guy doesn't seem to be on our team because we already have 6 pyros. That's the 7th pyro. Also, we have 6 pyros, so we're just gonna kill this guy anyways. We're just gonna check him. We're just gonna check him out with our flamethrowers. Yeah, so the problem I have is while getting backstabs is fine, I usually die after, and I don't like dying. I personally like to live as long as possible. The other thing is sometimes I'll try and stab someone, and I'll just stab them in the face. Like it's not even close. I don't even know how that works. And sometimes when someone else is using it on me, they'll stab me in the face, or they'll stab me from a mile away. And that ruins the enjoyment I have with this weapon. If it was more consistent, if I could use it in a more reliable way, I would. And I'm sure I could if I practice spy more, but it's just not my kind of playstyle. If I want to play a sneaking guy that goes around and kills people in one hit, I'd probably go and play Metal Gear. So to answer the question as to how I use this weapon in the game, I usually don't. I usually use the revolver, although I will admit, when I do get a backstab, and it's well deserved, or like a chain stab, it's enjoyable. That's not very often though. Now, talking about how this weapon looks with Banana Peeled, I'm just going to come out and say it. This really does not do the Banana Peeled war paint any favors. In fact, I would say this is detrimental to its core design. First, you can look at it and say, oh, it's decent. And with a lot of war paints, it actually looks quite good with the knife in particular. However, with Banana Peeled, the issue is it betrays the green, yellow, and banana order of things, where the green is where you should be holding the weapon. In this case, the yellow or the peel takes up the entirety of that purpose. And then the green is just used for accented materials. So in this case, there's like a little band on the bottom of the knife, and there's also the screws that hold the knife together. Those are green. The banana part itself is fine, but that is not really the biggest issue. The biggest issue I have is it just completely dulls the whole point of the peel itself. It's supposed to be a very bright yellow. It looks kind of dull, and I'm a bit colorblind, and I'll admit, sometimes I'm mixing this yellow up with just the classic green. Obviously, it's not as dark of a hue, but holy flip, I can't tell what I'm looking at half the time. Is it supposed to be a different color? Like, why is it so dark? It's good for other war paints, like I mentioned, but Banana Peeled, no. I'm gonna have to give this a D tier. It could have been a lot better, but it falls short in a lot of ways. Now, I'm gonna eat a banana. And just like usual, I'm gonna ramble on about whatever I feel like. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I feel like? Bananas. I love bananas. Yeah, I'm really hoping Valve adds the strangesecondbanana soon. I have some trust that they will. You know, I've seen some good things happen recently, and I'm thinking it's just right around the corner. You know, just one little push, just one little thing in their timeline, and they're gonna notice, hey, wait a minute, we forgot to add that in. Don't worry, we'll add that in. We'll patch it in, no problem. So, with all that being said, thank you, Potassium people. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.